Welcome, my little pixies. So I've made the bold claim. These are micro exercises that will change your life. Yeah, right. No, really. And I'm going to show you right now. My name's Carla Hanrick. I've been doing body work that encompasses the mind and the body and the spirit for over 25 years now. This is the distillation of all that knowledge, because I like a quick bang for buck. So, first of all, I'm going to show you something that when these cross into the brain, when our brain gets into this amazing place of being crossed over, it is physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually impossible to feel down. Yeah, it's that good. You want to talk about the ants? Ants do not exist in the crossed over brain. Oh yes. Doubt does not exist in the crossed over brain. Hope exists. Joy, even in the face of life. We're not going to get rid of life, but we can cope with it better. We lose the shoulds, the oughts, the must-I's, do-I's. They go. It's either yes, no, I'll do it later. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to do 3 versions. This is the first one. It's really easy, especially if you are really prone to eye strain and headaches. I'm going to turn on my side. So this involves the figure 8. It always involves a crossing over because you're left and right. So you come to your face. You can do it on the face. I prefer to do it slightly off. And you literally start to trace a figure of 8 around your eyes. The important part is that you cross over here. This is the point of cognitive cohesion. And do it slowly. With all of these exercises, that is not going to cut the mustard. We want the brain to work out what the hand's doing. So if you need be, think, oh yeah, my hand is going around in a figure of 8 pattern. Get the chance for the brain to catch up with what you're doing. And when you take that breath, it's kicked in. It is that quick, but I've been doing it a while. If you are prone to feeling overwhelmed, anxious, overwhelmed with the should and the oughts, it might take a bit longer. If that doesn't resonate with you, cool, let's do this one. You're going to take your hand and give your top of your muscles a good squeeze. Trapezius muscle. Through here runs the vagus nerve. Oh, everyone's discovered the vagus nerve. In my world, we've known about it a while. Eventually everyone comes over to our side. Vagus nerve. Also, I think, if you ever studied Chinese medicine, they called it the triple warmer, which is very involved in fight or flight and protection. Close cousins, different name, same tree. And you'll find one take a breath and you give it a good squeeze because you're releasing the pressure on that nerve. That vagus nerve runs from the back of your brain, the skull, where the skull indent comes, and it comes down here, and it comes down here, and it goes all the way. It goes to every organ in the body. Every single organ. And then it sends a feedback loop to your brain to feed back. Oh, I'm feeling stressed. Oh, send out cortisol. Oh, I'm feeling stressed. Oh, send out adrenaline. We are stopping that loop. So you take a squeeze and notice it's a crossover, and then literally you bring your hand across. How simple is this? And you want to do it again. You want to engage the brain to what your hand is doing. It's not Chat, the mustard does not cut. It's this. It's a squeeze. It's, oh, hello body. Oh, I've got a body. Because when we're in our brains, we forget we got the body. When we're in our body, we're in our truth. And if you're thinking, oh, I didn't really like that one much, you might need this one. This is a bigger repatterning. And it's called the homolateral repatterning. Because when we are in the state where our brains are not crossed over, we are homolateral. It means one state. That is where we are divided. The divided mind, the divided body. The should I, the do I's, I don't knows, could I, oh, I don't know, oh, life's a bit mitch, I just sit here and do nothing. Right. So this is where some of you may be. Do it sitting down, do it standing. Doesn't matter which hand. I'm going to start on my left. Left hand goes to left knee. Oh yeah, says the body. Oh, brain goes, oh no, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing to be afraid of. This is interesting. When you start to do some of these exercises, our system can get very freaked out because it's done a phenomenal job of getting you this far on the planet through a set of learned and seemingly effective exercises and strategies. So this might be where you are. That's cool. Do about 10 times. If it feels easy, that's good. Now you're going to go throw wobbly. You're going to bring your hand and you're going to cross over. It's going to go up there and you're going to touch the other leg. Oh, goes the brain. And I would advise you actually watch your hand. So again, you are gauging mind and body. Oh, goes the brain, especially if you haven't been here before. That's a bit odd. Okay. Okay, we say, don't panic. It's okay. We'll go back. Oh, okay, I understand, thank you. Yeah, back to what I know. Thank you very much. Ooh, that was a bit of a surprise. Ooh, it's quite odd. Okay, what do I do now? Let's do it again. Oh, all right. Nothing happened last time. Nothing bad. Good. Okay. Excellent. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, this is where you can get to your rhythm. I've got quite a bit of fire in me. I quite like to do it, especially with music. How many exercises in the gym do this? How many exercises in practically every tradition? Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, crosses over. This ain't new. It's just wonderful. And then the brain goes, okay, I'm not sure. And sometimes you get in the middle place. Right, do a few more. 1. Oh, you know what? That's really boring, brain says. It's a bit hard work, actually. Can we do the other one? Yes. Cool. That's nice. Ooh. Oh, gosh, look, it's sunny. Oh, my goodness. What a lovely day. I hadn't really noticed. Oh, the birds are singing. My God, they're singing. I hadn't noticed that before. Oh. So I do that? No, I don't do that anymore. You are now crossed over. Now, if you've been uncrossed over for a long time, and you'll know it, the joy isn't quite as accessible as you would like. You get lost in your own head. Then you're going to have to do that bigger sequence 2 or 3 times a day. And this is where I work with people and I actually work out with them how many times they need it. And then they won't need it so much. And then one day you'll come and do that. Actually, what was the other one? I could do that. Oh yeah, this feels okay now. I could. This does something. Cool. It does. Yeah, I don't need that big one. Good. Actually, I've got really tired eyes. I can't just try that one. Oh my. Oh, I feel happier. Oh my gosh. I'm not joking. What else? How about you try this? That's a crossover. And the back brain as well, back to corner. Wow, that can really powerhouse you along. You're standing at the kettle boiling. Oh, should I go and do the shopping today? I don't really want to. Oh, it's all rather overwhelmed. What if I did that? Oh, I see. The problem was I didn't want to do the shopping because I've actually got to do that first. I have a plan. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Thank you, Carla. First micro exercise. I mean, this has taken 10 minutes to demonstrate. Another one is the ground pull. So simple. We do it anyway. You take your hands. If you see a head, a skull, it's got those little zigzag lines like you've been sewed together. You literally want to open up your brain. Now, there are two ways of doing this. One is you can really get in there and pull. I don't like that. I do not like that. That is all like, ugh, pull. It's not my style. I like, especially this one, to actually physically get in there and open up, pull, push in and pull, push in and pull. So what's the point of this? Well, for one thing, helps you think clearer. Got a headache? Space. We need space. The body, the mind, the spirit, it needs space. This is why exercise is so powerful. Why a stretch is so powerful. Stretch first. Drink more water and stretch before you reach for the pill packets. Got a headache? Open up. And maybe, hey, maybe give your top of your shoulders a squeeze too, because it's the blood flow getting up there. By the time you've got a headache, other things have been affecting you. It's the end product, really getting you the message. Something's a bit off today. Yoo-hoo, cover attention. Hello, a bit of help, please. You know. Cool. Now, energy. Oh, got no energy today. I can't even bother to do that crossy over thingy. The 4 thumps. There are 4 thumps. 4, only 4, and you could even just take 1 if you wanted. 4, but these are the 4. If you come to your cheekbones and really give them a wallop, you want to feel that reverb. So what does this do? It sends energy down, out of your head, grounding. Everyone talks about grounding. Grounding is taking all this excess energy, electric energy, getting it out into the ground where it needs it, and then you come back with fresh. And you might end up taking a breath. Pretty good sign. Perfect. And if it's hay fever, really good. In fact, you can always tap it down, help it down. Hay fever is usually just an overloaded elimination system. That's a whole nother topic. I could do a whole one on that too if you wanted to, but for now we're doing this one. The other one is up here, top of the collarbones. You've got the rib. So imagine these are your ribs. They sit there like that. You're coming to about there. And on most people it'll be tender, and you've got to go in a bit, I'm afraid. If that doesn't quite cut the mustard, go a couple lower. Ooh, I'm always a bit lower. That's just me. And it's got that ooh quality about it. It's not like, yeah, it just feels a bit bony. It's like, oh, you know it. So what does that do? Well, again, which system do you want to look at? If you're looking at Chinese medicine, this is the end point of kidney meridian. Kidney is about getting the energy up there, up to your eyes. The fountain of life is kidney energy. When we are out of sorts, all our systems run backwards. All our energy systems run backwards. Why? Because it's trying to keep you going. Doing this will reset them, but it doesn't remove the problem. You have to rest. But if you need a boost of energy and you're feeling confused, combobulated, nothing's going in, give this a good one. energy, feeling like you're coming down with a cold. Centre of the chest bone, thymus. Make a little punch and give it a good whack. And find a place that works for you. Thymus gland sits behind here. It's really involved in your immune system. If you're coming down with a cold, give this a whack. If you're feeling tired, give this a whack. Really stimulates. Ideally, do this every day. Prevention, build up your system, and then finally you come to just under your boob line to about there. Don't get too specific. And you're going to tap. Whichever way. If you can't do it this, you can do it this way. You're going to tap all the way round. Again, end point of spleen. Doesn't matter, it's called spleen. What it does, again, it engages the immune system. It allows the lungs to relax. You can take a bigger breath. If you're taking in a lot of information, it's about assimilation. Whew. Fantastic. Oh. Woo. Woo. Then you find a tender one and you know you got it. Oh yes, it's there. Oh, we made you cough. There we go. Live movement of active energy. You've been sitting down all day, you're a bit stiff. Connecting heaven and earth. One of the best exercises on the planet. So, this is my preferred way of doing it. It might not be yours, but it's really nice to give your hands a shake and just shake them off, because you want to get rid of all that excess energy. Then you want to bring your hands together. Why? All the meridians end in your fingers. Just give them a boost. So you just make a nice prayer position here. You're just coming back to your centre. Again, you're taking that moment to say, oh my God, I have a body. Oh, hello. I'm in my head so much, I forgot I got a body. Then, walk like an Egyptian with one hand, hold up the sky, the other one, the other Egyptian, and basically just do that. And I come right back. And you stretch up. And you stretch, and you can go all the way to your toes. Look at that line. You're opening up your organs. Gallbladder, liver, spleen, stomach. Come back to centre. Hold, receive the sky. Receive the earth. Oh, that's so good. Really opens up my mid-back. 3 of these. Waiting for the kettle to boil. Oh, a bit stiff. Oh, there we go. There's one. There's 2. And 3 is a really nice number. It's the magic number. And then now you've given yourself a bit of space, you might also want to do an elephant strut and just hang a bit to your own comfort. This isn't about getting to the floor, it's just about opening up your system. And just hang there for a bit. Oh. And then you just come up again with some figures of 8s. You're weaving yourself together. This is weaving your biofield. You might want to call it the aura. You might not. Call it your electrical energy. You could call it your spacesuit. If people get to you, if you're overwhelmed, if people overwhelm you, you want to make sure that they don't get in. And you roll it up. And you sparkle, 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 sparkle. Okay. When you need inspiration, when you seem to have been deserted, when you're at your wit's end, when you have no answers, do this. Just fling your hands up to the heavens and look up. And you say, you have it. You sort it out. Can I have some fresh juice, please? Can I tap into that bountiful, unlimited, renewing source? And of course you can. Here we are. Boom. And scoop it up and put it into the centre of your heart. Guess what that point's called? Heaven rushing in. Oh yes. You can go back for some more. Say, actually, have some more. I really, really, really need some ideas. I'm stuck. I've got no ideas. Thank you. It's amazing to do it under moonlight. I love doing it at night. You fling your hands up to the stars. Oh, just joyous. And each exercise can be done on its own, in a moment. So we've got crossovers, we've got stretching, we've got opening up the head, we've got opening up the body, we've got inspiration, we've got energy. And I've just demonstrated, and it took 20 minutes. You can take each exercise and just use them as you need them. They're your toolbox. They're a prescription. They're a beautiful buffet. You go, let's have that one. There is a big one we can do, but it's a bit more involved than the others, and it's for when you're scrambled, when you are trying to take in information and it's blah blah blah, blah, or when you're hearing someone and it's making no sense whatsoever. It's also for when you need to convey information, because if you are not clear and unscrambled, your audience will also become scrambled. Now that is huge. That is a huge thing. So the chap that invented this was called Wayne Cook back in the 70s, I think. And guess what it's called? The Wayne Cook. Must invent something called the Carla. So this is one version. This is a big crossover. This reminds me of the DNA. So if you suffer from dyslexia, dyspraxia, learning issues, big stuff. I have an issue with taking in information after about 2 sentences. I've only just realised that. Really realised it. So I do this while I'm reading, and it holds so my brain wants to separate. You've got to keep it together. So back of the hands together. Take any hand, doesn't matter, and it comes in front of the other. Then you zoom it up. Yep, just that. It does work. If you have any mobility issues, try the other hand. And you tuck under your chin. Then, this is ideally done seated, but it can be done standing. Go like that, like that. You cross your legs. So I've got my my ankles are crossed over, and you breathe in. It's important. The breathing up through the nose is important. You sending fresh energy up to the brain. So I do this as I'm reading something I need to really concentrate on. I showed this to a class once, and the girl went, oh, okay. And she came back and said, yeah, I use it when Mum's driving. Oh, okay. It's very comforting. If you can't sleep at night, if you need some support, it gives you this big self-hug. And so it can be done standing up. Just cross your legs over, like that. Ooh. And then, to finish off, then I'll sit down for this. You want to make a triangle with your fingers, and you'll put your thumb between your eyes. It's this one that particularly holds my mind, my brain in check as I'm reading. So it holds it all there. Come on, come on. Keep with it. Keep with the program. It keeps the energy right in the centre, rather than me running around literally going, I can't do it, I can't do it. And when you feel the pulse or warmth on your thumbs, you know it's what is kicked in. If it hasn't kicked in yet, you hold it more. For me, it really works. And then you just take the triangle and put it down here. So you're sending the energy down as well. These benefit particularly from repetition, repetition, repetition. It's setting up a new energy habit. Your system hasn't done this before. It might find it strange. It'll bounce back to the old way. It's a spring that it's been trained to go that way. We've got to train it to go another way. It's a boot that's been moulded and we've got to put another way. It's a piece of hose that says, oh, you go this. No, we're going to unkink you. We're going this way. So take it gently and reassure it and say, this is okay. So, I hope you've gained something from this. I've loved it. My inner fire really loves all this video stuff. So, I hope you enjoy it. I'm sorry I can't be with you. I'm going to be at Glastonbury. And I'm going to be a bit tired because I'm working on the Monday. So, thank you very much. Bye-bye.